Hey Shelby, will you be at soccer practice tonight with Jade? I've been thinking about our phone call last week about the recent shooting in OKC, and I've been considering all the things you said, and I thought we could follow up.
Yeah, girl, I can't stop thinking about that poor man, and I still have a lot on my heart about his murder. I'd love to talk. See you at 6:30?
Absolutely. We can talk in my car for a bit of privacy, if that works for you.
Perfect. Claire, I have to say it. I've been so upset since I heard about Jamal Braxton's shooting, and I haven't been able to sleep. I've just been thinking about all the Facebook videos, and honestly I've been crying all day, and I'm just really glad that you and I can talk.
I know, I've been feeling the same type of way, but honestly, I'm not surprised by it anymore. This type of stuff happens all the time, and it kind of bothers me though that it's so close to home, literally. Did you know that the officer that shot him was put on paid leave? I think it was 6 months ago for a similar incident, and the dude that got shot was in the hospital for 3 months.
My coworker actually told me her brother went to high school with him.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like, I don't understand how this is happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want you to know that anytime, if you ever feel like I say something or do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, like I really, really want you to tell me.
Okay. I value you, and the sentiments are mutual, but that's why I wanted to talk to you today. The last time we talked, there were some things that you said about Jade. It made me feel a little protective of her.
Jade?
Yeah, you know, when you expressed some concerns about Jade, you know, and about her being your black daughter, and that you mentioned that after you adopted her, that you were really keen on protecting her identity as a black woman, and you described what you thought blackness was to you, and it just sounded like a bunch of cliches.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I guess I might have misread the moment, but I've been thinking about whether I actually wanted to bring this up, because I don't want to seem overly defensive.
Yeah.
But I've been wondering if and it might be the racial tension. I've been feeling some kind of way because of the racial tension, but I was wondering if you thought about how your understanding of blackness, how it will inform her identity. And what did you mean when you mentioned cornrows and hip hop and soul food as a way of preserving her blackness?
Oh, yeah, I think all I meant to say was that, you know, we want to support her heritage and like show that we respect that, because, you know, when me and Jason adopted her from Ethiopia, we read all these books about African American culture, we watched documentaries, and what else did we do? Oh, we listen to podcasts all the time, and I just really wanted to educate myself on black identity so that we could help her feel a connection to that. Am I wrong?
No, your intentions are good, pure gold. And I hear you saying that you wanted to do your proper research and prepare for your family's addition, and the cultural, you know, and prepare for the cultural differences between you and Jason and Jade. But I think your approach, while well-meaning, is a bit short-sighted. For instance, you said that you read a bunch of African American books, but your daughter is Ethiopian. She's from Africa. And there's a big difference between Ethiopian culture and black American culture. So it just seems to me that you're assuming what her black identity should be based on only by like the color of her skin. And I think that will limit her in the future.
I had no idea. Like, I didn't even really think that I was doing that. I mean, I guess a lot of my understanding of black culture comes from high school, because so I was friends with all the black kids, right? And I had really blonde hair back then, and I was super sassy. Right. And so they called me Madonna, and we were like, I know, it's ridiculous. And we were really good friends, and we would go to this chicken place together, and they had cornrows in their hair, and they talked kind of ghetto, and they were like my family, and I felt so at home with them.
Right, yeah,
I really want Jade to have that same kind of experience that I had.
Yeah. I love that you had those experiences. It's so important.
Yeah, and exactly. So I love them so much, and I want Jade to have friends like that.
I get it. I get it. So, but let's back up a second.
Yeah.
Can we talk about what it means to be Black?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so would you agree that the Black experience is diverse?
Yeah.
Okay. My life growing up doesn't sound anything like your friends.
Uh-huh.
But do you think that makes me Black? Am I still Black, right?
Yeah. Okay, I think I see what you're getting at. Do you think I stereotype my daughter?
A little bit.
Oh my gosh, I'm horrible.
No. I wouldn't say that. I just think that your beliefs is a product of systematic racism. Do you know what I mean by that?
I don't know. I'm a little foggy on all the terms. Like what's a microaggression? Illicit?
You mean implicit bias?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the one.
Okay.
And like the thought of white privilege like makes me nauseous. And all these words are just so overwhelming. And like I just really want to be woke, Claire.
I get it. I got you. So we should keep talking about all of these terms sometimes, but some of them are foggy for me too. And there's so much to learn and so much to understand. But for the sake of this conversation, can we focus on one?
Sure. What is it?
Okay. Do you know what essentialism is?
I don't think I saw.
Okay. Have you heard of? You haven't heard of it?
No.
Okay. Well, it's a belief that things and even people have an almost scientific set of characteristics that are unwavering and the same in every case. So, for instance, I could essentialize an apple, right?
Yeah.
With the belief that all apples have to be red and crunchy and sweet. But you and I both know that there are many varieties.
So, do you think I've essentialized Black people?
That's what I'd like to ask you. You know, so do you feel that your daughter has to be a certain way in order to be truly Black? You know, if so, I want to invite you to see it differently, and if not, maybe you could help me understand better.
Yeah, you know, I never thought of it that way, but I think that kind of has been underneath the things I've been saying.
Yeah, you know, I think that people essentializing Blackness has a lot to do with the man that was shot last week. Yeah, because we're all socialized, right? You know, all of us are socialized, and we're socialized to believe that Black men are a certain way, like they're aggressive,
Criminal,
right.
yeah, lazy, unintelligent, predators.
Yeah. So exactly, and because of those essential qualities, he must be dealt with, even violently. Does this all make sense?
Yeah, I think so. And I feel really bad for doing this to Jade, you know, and I feel bad for doing this to my high school friends. I think that I thought that the only, I guess, truth about Black identity and Black culture was what I'd seen and what I'd been exposed to, but, you know, I don't want to put Jade in a box if that's not what she wants for herself.
Well, I don't want you to feel like a terrible mother. I mean, you've done an amazing job, you know, and I really see that Jade adores you and she respects you. I just really wanted to bring this up, you know, just so we can talk about it, and because I know that you care about parenting thoughtfully.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm really glad that we did this, and I appreciate it because, you know, I know that I'm gonna go think about this and have questions, so it's okay if we talk again soon.
Of course, tell me when and where, and I'm here for you.